Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show. You decide who's the goof and who's the goober. Join Matthew and Regan as they talk all things from their own personal life questions to reviews on movies and TV shows. Now, your hosts, Regan and Matthew. Welcome, everyone, to the Goof and the Goober Show. It is me, your boy, Ragdog, or some call it Regan Dvorak. Guys, welcome to the podcast. We are starting it off. If you guys aren't here for the pre-show, you gotta be here. Matthew and I went over a few of the old DC stuff since James Gunn's taken over, and we went over some of his top 5 comic book movies. We talked a little bit about that and some old Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. So be here 8 p.m. every Monday. We're here. We are proud and we are shining. We are just shining, baby. And you might have heard him already, but I need to introduce him. You need to know who is on the other side of this mic and his name. And he goes by the name Matthew Leathers. Matthew, how are you?
I am the enforcer. I enforce.
I should have never
That is
given
who
you
I
that
am.
voice changer, dude.
Yes, boys.
Oh, gosh.
I love it.
What up, guys?
Ooh.
What up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to episode 24.
24. That is, we are making it, dude. We really
are pushing it, dude.
That is. Hey, I'll drink to that. But fun fact, in our 2 episodes
Who the frick was that?
of doing this, dude, we have made a total of $11 doing our things, dude. We are freaking racking in the big bucks.
Oh, so good.
As an accountant, you know, we're going to be honest with you, how much we make. You know, that's probably something we should say. We're making $11 out of 24 episodes. So if we divide that, I mean, that's what? Like, how much
doing
money
it since January.
Yeah.
$11 divided by 6.
I mean,
we're making
like
$1.83 a month.
No, we're making like a 50 cents per episode, pretty much.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But then some of that money has already been donated, and then we had to spend money. So right now we're in the hole, though. That's the thing. We're in the hole.
Deep.
We're deep in the hole.
We are deep. So deep.
Oh, shoot. But guys, we are live here every Monday at 8 p.m. Make sure you are here for the pre-show if you're not. But if you don't want to have that much fun, but just a little bit of fun, we're glad to have you here and listening to the podcast, wherever it be. And that Podbean, my favorite, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
so good,
YouTube, Facebook, and I think Twitch replays it once in a while.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I did a pod or a live stream just on the old. Well, I actually did it on YouTube and Twitch the other day, and I think it's still up on there from the other day I did it. Anyways, guys, welcome to the potty. I have a lot to get to, so much to get to, especially with Secret Invasion coming out last Wednesday, right? Yep. And man, that was there's just so much to talk about with that. But before we get into that, I got a little motivation this week. Our marketing manager put out a post on our Instagram, and let me pull it up here so then you guys can see that post here. let me show you my screen. If you're not, you're listening this on the podcast or listening and not watching. I will explain this. So right now, what we're looking at is a big picture of me dancing, and we asked the question: what do you want to see the Goof and Goober do on podcasts besides movie/show reviews? And we have a lot of good ideas from you guys. One of them coming from none other than a friend of the show, a great guy who's been on the show. We love him.
He runs his own podcast.
Has his own podcast. Shout out to the Infinity Bros. Max Moser. He says, use AI to create an introduction for the newest Marvel Cinematic Universe TV show. Well, I took it to heart. I took that to heart, and I decided to use Chat GPT to create the newest Marvel superhero.
Oh, I can't wait.
The newest superhero movie for the superhero community. I could ask it a different question if we want, and it can maybe make it. I don't know if you want to try question.
Do they make
Matt.
videos?
They don't make videos. They just, I ask it what it, and but I have it here.
I can read it if you want, or
yeah, if you
want to read it, I don't care.
I'm gonna share my screen here.
I probably read a little bit better than you, but that's okay.
Maybe. I went to homeschool. The title of this new superhero movie is Vortex United Heroes. By the way, Vortex, freaking cool name. Wow. Chat GPT did it. It freaking did it. So, Matt, what I'm going to have, we'll just do every other one. Can you read it?
Let me try to. Okay, I can read it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do the synopsis, and then you do Act 1. I'll do Act 2, Act 3, and every other one. Okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Synopsis. In a world plagued by escalating threats, a diverse group of extraordinary individuals with unique superhuman abilities from an unprecedented alliance to combat evil and protect humanity. Vortex United Heroes follows the gripping journey of these remarkable heroes as they face their most formidable adversary yet. Oh, my bad.
You were so bad. Okay, Act 1. The movie opens with a high-energy action sequence showcasing the individual powers of our main heroes. We meet the seasoned leader, Sentinel, whose ability to generate force fields provides invaluable protection. Alongside Sentinel is Ember, a fiery superheroine who can manipulate and control flames. As we encounter Aurora, a master of illusion, and Thunderstrike, a mighty warrior with the power to control electricity.
Oh, baby.
The city is under constant threat from the enigmatic. It's blurry on my screen.
It's all right. You got it right.
Enigmatic and
supremely.
It's like lagging on my screen.
What the frick?
It's like pixelated.
Oh. Supremely
powerful supervillain known as Uterus. Uterus possesses what? What? I'm literally trying to read it.
Eternus.
Oh my god. So bad.
You think Chat GPT would call a villain?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Frick, let me restart here. Gosh darn it. It's freaking laggy on my screen, man.
Just take a screen.
Okay, it's not laggy anymore. I have to click it on and click it off.
Oh my god.
The city is under constant threat from the enigmatic and supremely powerful supervillain. known as Eternus. Eternus possesses the ability to manipulate time and space, making him nearly unbeatable. As chaos ensues, the heroes realize that defeating Eternus requires a united front and the strength of their combined powers.
Act.
Can I just say that literally just sounds like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four
It
combined?
kind of does, but it's true.
There's Thor, Thunderstrike, Aurora, Master of Illusions, Doctor Strange. We've got Ember as the Human Torch.
But I think
and
Ember,
Sentinel.
this is Chat GPT. I mean, I can ask it again and regenerate a response. But at their request to defeat Eternus, the heroes embark on a thrilling adventure searching for ancient relics scattered across the globe. It sounds like Infinity War. These relics, rumored to contain immense cosmic energy, are the key to unlocking Eternus' vulnerabilities. Their journey takes them to exotic locations, testing their physical and mental limits. Along the way, they encounter other superhumans who are initially skeptical of their intentions. Gradually, they earn the trust of these individuals who join their cause and add unique ability to their growing rosters of heroes. Meanwhile, Eternus becomes aware of the heroes' missions and sends a legion of powerful minions to stop them. The heroes face intense battles, honing their teamwork, and discovering new ways to combine their powers to maximize impact.
Close.
This is good.
As the heroes amass the relics, they realize that they need to harness an unprecedented level of synergy to stand a chance against Eternus. Together, they unlock the true potential of their powers and form an extraordinary collective energy known as the Vortex. With this newfound power, they breach Eternus' fortress, settling the stage for an epic showdown. The climactic battle between Eternus and the United Heroes pushes the boundaries of their abilities. Each hero demonstrates remarkable growth, utilizes their powers in innovative ways, and displayed unwavering courage.
Mm-hmm.
The struggle reaches its pinnacle as Sentinel confronts Eternus head on, using the full force of the Vortex to weaken the villain.
No.
In the final, heart-pounding moment, Ember unleashes an all-consuming blaze, engulfing Eternus and trapping him within the impenetrable prison. The heroes stand triumphant, their unity and determination saving the city from impending doom. Man, that is so good! That is so good, dude.
The epilogue. Oh, hang on, the epilogue. We still got to do the epilogue.
Yeah, but I'm like a third act guy, so everything else.
You wait. You hear this.
Okay.
With Eternus defeated, the heroes emerge as the beacon of hope for a world desperately in need of protection. They establish a permanent headquarters, the Hero Nexus, where they can share their knowledge, train new recruits, and monitor emerging threats. The movie ends with a glimpse of the hero's ongoing journey, teasing new adventures and challenges that lie ahead. As the screen fades to black, a post-credit scene hints at the introduction of a powerful new villain, leaving audience eager for the next installment in the superhero community's ever-expanding cinematic universe. Vortex United Heroes is an action-packed superhero extravaganza that celebrates the power of unity, courage, and the indomitable spirit of heroism.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, dude. Can you freaking believe that? I mean, man, I kind of wanted to regenerate a whole new one.
Dude, that's good, dude.
It was really good.
They make scripts.
Oh, I had to regenerate a new one.
Oh,
you want to hear? Let's
do it.
You want to go again?
Dude, I'll read one more. Let's do one more.
Okay, hang on. It's still going. We're on
You
Act
just
3
go to
right now.
openai.com or what? What is it?
No, I looked at chat.openai.com. Yeah.
Chat.openai.com.
This one, the title is Rise of the
Did you
Elemental
sign in?
Guardians. Yeah, I used our login stuff.
Sick.
Dude, shout out to the also, I mean, the Infinity Bros liked our video on Facebook and shared our video. So shout out to them for giving us likes and
thanks, guys.
sharing us. That's
oh, by the way, with the Infinity Bros, so they're our boys, by the way. The funny thing is we didn't I didn't really hang out with them because they were all older than me.
Yeah.
But we all went to the same school. So
that's true.
That's how we're connected. But I was on their TikTok live stream that they were doing. They have live streaming on TikTok. They were playing Magic the Gathering. So they said we should start doing TikTok. It was a couple days ago. It's like 2 days ago. Or yesterday. Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that. I thought we have a TikTok. I thought we started to
start creating content for our TikTok.
Well, this is our opportunity. Is it like, I don't know. That's our marketing, our social media manager, who, by the way, is killing it.
She is killing it.
By the way, we'll be having some new merch coming out, guys, for you guys to check it out.
She is whipping some up.
Mm-hmm.
She is killing it.
So, anyways, we're gonna get going on this new superhero movie. Oh gosh, that Chat GPT has. Oh gosh, Matthew, you're gonna get us banned.
Not if we're talking.
Well, I don't know. Anyways, well, we got to get going because there's so much to talk about today, and I want to get through this, but I want to get through this other Chat GPT question. And I'm kind of excited because the title of this, let me share it with you. The title for this one, it's this one, is Rise of the Elemental Guardians. Genre, action, adventure, superhero. Thank you.
Oh, so good. So good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they have like bullet points. This is interesting. This one's a little bit different. So logline. When an ancient evil threatens to plunge the world into eternal darkness, a team of extraordinary superheroes must harness their unique elemental powers and unite as the elemental guardians to serve humanity and restore balance to the universe.
So good.
Matthew, want to do Act 1?
Yeah, I'll do Act 1. Act 1, introduction of the Elemental Guardians. So the movie's going to open with a brief history of the superhero community.
Okay.
Showcasing their past achievements and their dedication to protecting the world.
Okay.
They're going to introduce the core members of the Elemental Guardians. Ember. Oh, gosh.
What the
Fierce, pyrokinetic, who controls fire and channels her energy through martial arts. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Sounds kind of like Avatar, but we'll see. Aqua, a water manipulator with the ability to control the tides and heal others. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this sounds like Avatar.
Sounds exactly like Avatar. Arrow, a master of the air, capable of flight and creating devastating storms.
Okay. This is sounding an awful lot like something.
Wow. Terra, a powerful earthbender. Oh, I know what earthbending is. Able to shape the land and control plants. Now, we don't really see too much of that in the Avatar.
No, but that's a cool way of putting it, like a twist on the Avatar as a superhero type thing.
Yeah.
That's the only
creating plants,
but like
controlling them.
I mean, that'd be interesting.
Like, imagine if they had like what are those called? The fly traps. Imagine if they were able
Venus flytrap.
Venus flytrap. Imagine if they were able to, like, Plants vs. Zombies it and create bigger Venus flytraps or something.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be
cool.
freaking sweet.
Be freaking sweet. Part 2 of Act 1. Unveiling the Ancient Evil. A series of mysterious events occur worldwide, indicating the return of an ancient evil force known as Malador. The Guardians are alerted to these disturbances and realize that they must unite to stop this imminent threat. They seek guidance from their wise mentor and elder superhero who possesses ancient knowledge. 3. Part 3 of Act 1. The Guardians training. The Guardians embark on a journey to different locations to unlock the full potential of their elemental powers. So it's kind of like Avatar. Each Guardian faces personal challenges and learns to harness their strength, overcoming their doubts and fears. During their training, they discover the existence of ancient relics that hold immense power, which can aid them in their battle against Malador. I feel like this would be like a TV series. Like,
yeah, I
Act
feel
1
like
should be a full TV series.
Yeah, like I feel like I agree because it's gotta like either that or like Justice League Snyder cut, like a 4-hour long movie.
Really
but like
long movie.
I think it would be better for it to be a TV show because this is actually, I mean, no joke. This is actually sounded really good compared to the last movie.
Yeah.
This is a good twist that you could
Your
go
face,
with
my dogs.
the Avatar: The Last Airbender and twist it into an actual like superhero movie. And it kind of sounds though a little bit of not Guardians of the Galaxy, but Infinity War. It's kind of gotten that little taste in it to me. So let's go on to Act 2. Assembling the team. The Guardians gather in their headquarters and forge a strong bond as a team. They develop strategies and formulate a plan to locate and to retrieve the ancient relics, scattering across the globe. Along the way, they encounter various obstacles, including powerful minions controlled by Malador, who are determined to prevent the Guardians from succeeding. Screw you, man.
You're getting into your Black Gold Chapter 1.
Gold Chapter 1.
You're starting to get into that voice.
Don't worry. Quest for the relics. The Guardians embark on a thrilling quest, traversing dangerous environments and confronting treacherous challenges. Each Guardian's unique abilities are put to the test as they battle through elemental traps, fierce adversaries, and mind-bending puzzles. They showcase their teamwork and rely on each other's strengths to overcome these obstacles and retrieve the relics. The battle begins. The Guardians finally possess all the relics, unlocking their true potential and achieving their elemental mastery. Malador reveals himself, launching a devastating attack on the city, causing chaos and despair. The Guardians face their ultimate challenge as they confront Malador, engaging in a spectacular battle to protect the innocent and save the world from destruction.
So good.
Dude, you know what? This could be a really good TV series. I think you're right. Like Act 1 could be a season, Act 2 could be a season, and Act 3 could be a season. Like, yeah.
Called it. Act 3, the final showdown. The Guardians engage in an epic battle against Malador, utilizing their unique powers and combining their abilities to counter his dark forces. As the battle intensifies, the Guardians must dig deep within themselves, finding the strength to overcome their individual weaknesses and fight as one. The battle takes them through different dimensions and unleashes unimaginable powers as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. That sounds friggin' sweet.
Yeah.
Battling in different dimensions.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to say.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea. Good job, ChatGPT. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to the triumph of the Elemental Guardians. Through sheer determination and sacrifice, the elemental guardians finally defeat Malador and restore peace to the world. The guardians are hailed as does that say hailed?
Yep, hailed.
Are hailed as heroes, recognized by the superhero community and humanity as a symbol of hope and protection. They return to their daily lives knowing that their bond as the elemental guardians will endure, ready to face any future threats to ensure safety of the world. With breathtaking action sequence, emotional character arcs, and awe-inspiring visuals. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was.
That
Now,
that
I would say, okay,
any changes?
it is a little bit like Avatar, right? At the beginning.
100%.
But I like the Avatar. So I'd be willing to see it.
But like, I don't think anyone's ever made like a knockoff superhero with like type of Avatar, because that's what really the Avatar: The Last Bender is, just a bunch of people with powers. You know?
Yeah.
And if anything, if the Incredibles have ever taught us anything, is that if everyone's super,
nobody's super.
No one is.
I'm Incredible! The worst, the best villain arc of all time. He came back years after to friggin' try to kill Mr. Incredible, and he failed.
Freaking showed him up, man. It freaking showed him up.
Ah, man.
Man, that
will be your sidekick.
I enjoyed that.
I work
very
alone,
much,
buddy. Sorry, go ahead. Such a good movie, dude.
It really is, dude. I love Mr. Incredible. But I want to thank Max Moser for that fun little snippet of Chat GPT. And we're gonna probably have to do something like that again, because
maybe we'll make maybe we'll do like a Instagram TikTok video using Chat GPT to give us the ideas.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually. I think we can. We just need some ideas. That's really what it is. And
that's what ChatGPT is for.
Max Moser has got the ideas, and we can run with it, and we can freaking let's do it. You know. And
so good.
If Max is watching this, we need you on the team, man. We got $10. We got $11. We'll pay you $11 to be on the. We'll pay $11. Well, we actually got interviews right now for people trying to get on. So sorry, Max. Actually, well, we can maybe get you on. We can. I don't know.
$5.
Yeah.
Come
okay.
On, $5.
We can split it with the person that we hire. Obviously,
they get 50%. We split the 50.
Well, that will do it with our Chat GPT. That was a incredible story that Chat GPT came up with, the rise of the elemental guardians. And that sounds like a great show for us. Maybe in the future, BTW, if Netflix or one of those guys streaming platforms come out and like, oh, we made this. No, it was Chat GPT. But we are going to be moving on from this to get into the main event of the week. And this might be a secret invasion. This show might be the next show that we take on.
Next big thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's the first episode. And we have a lot to unlock and unfold and try to understand, because there's so much that is happening in the very first episode to try to unwrap and unravel and try to understand, because it really was like, what in the world are we watching? Kind of thing. I mean, did you get that feeling, Matt?
Non-spoiler little topic here is throughout the entire episode, I'm just thinking to myself, what has been real, what hasn't been real,
Yeah.
and how do I do this without spoiling?
That's the
Very
thing.
careful here.
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can, but I'm going to give it a shot
Okay,
quickly.
give it a shot.
Is this show is going to make you have to think. It's going to
Yep.
make you have to be okay with potential loss.
Yeah.
And I think as we move forward, it's open season, basically, after this first episode. Let's just say that. It's open season. You don't know. Your brain's going to be like, what's going on? And I love it. I'm along for the ride.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
It made me think about my favorite of all time genre of TV shows, movies is thriller, suspenseful, and like mind game shows. Anytime I turn on Netflix, anytime I go on Apple TV, I'm trying to figure out if I can find a thriller or a suspenseful show that's not like horror or possession. I hate those types of movies. But they're suspenseful, they're mind games, and they're thrillers. And this one, I definitely got those vibes. I would argue I've got similar vibes to The Last of Us. And that's just me saying it without saying any spoilers. Personally.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like this could be the next Last of Us TV series that we
for us
because we didn't really know reviewing The Last of Us that we were just gonna keep going with each episode.
It was so good.
It was so good. Like every episode just kept getting better and better, and you couldn't stop. Be like, we got to do it. We have to review it. And so, these episodes, the Secret Invasion, I think. I mean, depending on this next episode, I think it's going to be what we. It's going nothing. It's gonna be us. We'll have to try to. I don't know. So I'm sorry. Let me go back. Let me take a step back and get to where I was actually going to get to and what I wanted to actually talk about, because this first episode really reminded me of a game we played a couple like last month called Secret Hitler.
Oh, yes.
It reminded me so much of this game, and I love this game because it's literally, and I feel like this is really a game we're playing. Secret Hitler is where you have Nazis and fascists, and you're trying to figure out who are the Nazis and who's Hitler. And you have to figure out, it's by asking questions. And what we got to do is ask questions and deal with people and get them to think about what's going on. So in Secret Hitler, it's just, you don't know who is who until the end of the game. You don't know who to trust. The only person you can trust is yourself. And it's so hard to try to trust other people in this game. And that's what this whole episode and I'm going to see it through this whole series, because you have no idea who to trust or who not to trust, who is a Skrull and who is not a Skrull, because there's no telling even if Nick Fury is a Skrull or not. Because that is where I am like, do I trust who in this whole Secret Invasion whole series can I trust? I step back and I rewatched the whole episode. And I'm like, I don't know who to trust. This is like reminds me of The Sixth Sense, because I feel like they're trying to pull something underneath the rug, and be like, this is who you can trust. Nick Fury. Nick Fury's the one you can trust, but he's the one that came on an alien ship. Oh, hang on. Before we get into that, I'm just gonna give you guys a warning now. We're gonna do the spoiler review. So if you haven't seen Secret Wars, and you want to see it without any spoilers, this would be your time to kind of pause it, go watch it, then come back and start all over. But if you're loving it and you want to get in, sorry, Matthew had to use a bathroom. Apparently it was bad. But if you guys want to get into it, well, why don't you get Kaylee on? Where's Kaylee? If you guys do want to or don't care about spoilers or anything, then you can keep playing and we're going to do it. But here's the spoiler warning. Spoiler. This is your spoiler warning. Spoiler. Okay, so this whole TV series starts with basically one guy, agent, frick, what's his name? Everett Ross, Agent Ross, meeting up with another agent. I don't think you've ever met him before. And he's telling him about the Skrulls. And then you find out that Agent Ross is a Skrull in himself. And that just puts you in this whole
synopsis. Oh, gosh, dude. My stomach was killing me, man. Sorry, guys. Freaking killing me.
I can't believe you, dude.
Let me read the synopsis for you guys.
All right. Nick Fury learns of a secret invasion of Earth by a faction of shape-shifting Skrulls. Fury joins his allies, and together they race against time to thwart an imminent Skrull invasion and save humanity. Mm-hmm. It is created by Kyle Bradstreet. And let me get over.
Directed by Ali Salim, starring Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, Kobe Smolder as Maria Hill, Agent Maria Hill, by the way, Olivia Colman, Sonia Falsforth, Martin Freeman as Agent Everett Ross. We got Emilia Clarke as Gaia, Don Cheadle playing Rhodey, Kingsley, Ben Adir as Gravik. And I think those are the notable ones.
Samuel Adewunmi as Beto.
Samuel
Beto's the kind of like the leader, wasn't he?
No. Kingsley. Ben Adir was.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
So Tallow, what was that?
I was just gonna say that's the synopsis and
so what I was gonna say is, like, after I watched The Secret Invasion, I went back and watched Captain Marvel, and Talos, that character or that Skrull guy, is in Captain Marvel, and he is one of the Skrulls capturing Captain Marvel. And it's interesting. I don't know. The whole thing is just so interesting how it is all coming together in this whole series. But bravo to Marvel getting this cast and crew all together, because Ben Mendelsohn, whatever, is a friggin' dog. And then my wife was telling straight dog. But my wife was telling me Emilia Clarke is a amazing actor. I don't know.
Yeah, she's from Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah, that's what my wife was saying.
She plays Khaleesi.
I don't watch that movie, but
Show.
and
TV show.
then they got friggin' Don Cheadle,
Don
Rodney,
Cheadle.
and Martin Freeman. They got like, I mean, and then Kobe Smulders is just like, man, they freaking they went all out in this cast. And so like, I don't know, that I mean, right off the bat with just the cast, I'm impressed with from the first episode. We'll see what happens in these next two episodes or next few episodes. I mean, let alone they got Samuel L. Jackson to do a TV series. And like, what actor nowadays? I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like, when growing up, I feel like no actor really wanted to be a part of a TV series. But now it's like TV series are the thing. Like, you want to be in a good TV series if you can make it a good series, TV series. Hang on.
Did you get it?
No, I don't
He's right
think
there,
I did.
right behind you.
No, he's in front of me. He's on my
Turn to
freaking
your
water
right.
bottle.
Turn to your right.
No, it'd be my left.
Top right.
Nope, it's right over my left.
Nope, the other way near the on-air sign. And right there. Right there.
Got him. Yeah, I'm a friggin' baller. Just friggin' snatched him in friggin' midair. Matthew, I mean, we haven't given our rating. And maybe we can do it at the end. But
easy 5 out of 5. Easy 5 out of 5.
You're just giving it right off of 5 out of 5.
Easily a 5 out of 5.
Okay,
yes.
Well, let's walk through it. So why?
You cut out there.
I said, let's walk through this. Why?
Well, first things first. Like I said at the beginning before, this show it hits on all of my favorite things, right? So right at the beginning in the show, we see Agent Everett Ross, right? So he's the guy he got captured in Infinity War. He helped out the Avengers. He helped out Black Panther in Black Panther 2. I don't know if this is confirmed or not. I don't know if this guy was a Skrull or not, but it had me questioning at the beginning.
Right.
What was everything that we watched a real Agent Everett Ross, right? Agent Everett Ross. Or was it a Skrull this entire time? Because come to find out, right? Like he dies after being chased by a Talos, which we didn't know was Talos at the beginning, right? So come to find out he dies, and we're like, oh, shoot, he's a Skrull. So my whole brain, right as he dies, I'm thinking to myself, is this the guy? Is this the actual guy that we saw in Black Panther 2, the Avengers? And what complications does that play moving forward with the relationship between Black Panther and Shield and Saber and all those other people now, right? So that was the first thing that popped up in my mind, right? And Regan might have like a better idea because I watched it one time and I watched it right before we got on the pod here. So for me, that's what I felt, but I don't know.
Yeah, rewatching that whole part just gave me the whole sense of like, I don't know who to trust even from the get-go, because I mean, at the end of this episode, I still have no idea who to trust. I don't know, like I was saying, it's like, I don't even know if I can trust Nick Fury, because Nick Fury came from the Skrulls, and he's like just came in, and you're okay, you got to trust him. And it's just like, well, where do I go? What who am I supposed to trust? Like I was saying, like with the secret Hitler in this game, it just reminded me so much, because there was a point in this game that me and Matthew were playing, is just like one person's telling me one thing and then the other person's telling me this other thing. And it's so true from the beginning, the intro, because what the guy was saying in the intro about what do you do when you can't trust anyone? Like you have no idea what information to trust. And
You missed a lot, Lewis. You missed a lot.
so
The boys
much,
did
Lewis.
so much. We had GPT up. We had, oh man, what else? Looked at James Gunn, his favorite comic book superheroes or movies. What else did we do? Man, we did a lot. You missed out, Lewis.
Man, but it's all right. It's all right, Lewis.
It's okay.
Lewis got. He truly is a legend. But yeah, like Secret. We're talking about Secret Invasion now. That this first episode. Wagyu. What?
50 ounce of Wagyu. Yeah, that's like a steak. Jeez, a 50-ounce Wagyu. Jeez, give me one of those. Frick.
What are you friggin' doing for a living?
Those are expensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but like I'm trying to understand though right now of like who do I trust in this episode? Like there's like I can't think of anyone I can't trust, and I'm not going to be able to find out anyone I can trust until somebody shows me until somebody shows me like they make something to differentiate between the Skrulls of who is a Skrull and who is not. Because I don't know who is a Skrull and who is not. And you get that feeling from the very beginning because you got, I'm sorry, I'm burping all over. You got Agent Ross coming in and you thought, oh, I can trust Ross. He's a good guy. Mendelsohn.
He's talking about Talos. I can't trust Ben Mendelsohn. He's a villain in my mind. Yeah, I think I agree. I think he's but here's the thing. I'm also like, he buddied with Nick Fury, but I think it was just a way for him to get on Earth and to have access to Earth without having to be like the red light or, having the Avengers or S.H.I.E.L.D. on his butt. Now he's kind of doing it freely. So yeah. That's where I'm like 50-50, but you are absolutely right. There's another board game out there just like Secret Hitler. It's called Resistance. And then it's like, I think it's like the Spies and then some other group. And you send these people on missions and you can like pass or fail. It's like the battle of each side, basically. It's just like Secret Hitler. But this whole show, I want it to be like a Secret Hitler or a Resistance type game, right? Like I want to feel like I can't trust anybody at this point, especially early on, because at the end, if they do it right, there will be a payoff, right? And I don't know what that payoff will be because I really don't know the direction of the show just yet. Like I kind of have some hint here and there, but that's the whole like idea of those games like that and stuff like this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to understand, and that's the thing I'm still trying to wrap my mind around and wanting to know about who to trust, because I think you're right with Talos or Ben Mendelsohn. Because like there was a time when they had to fight that one Skrull guy that was giving the bomb to Gia, I think is her name. Is that how you say it? Gaia.
I think that's how you say it.
And like that guy, he did not want Nick Fury to kill. Like he did not want him to kill this guy specifically. And like when Nick Fury like came, like after he shot him, he went up to grab him and he's like, I told you I got this. Like I told you I had it, even though you was losing badly. And yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if I trust Fury either. I don't know who to trust in this. And I'm trying to understand who's got my back in this. Who's got my back in the Secret Invasion, and it's just like I want to know, but like I love it at the same time because in these games I was playing, like what's it called? What was the game that we not the
Secret
Resistance.
Hitler.
Secret Hitler is just like I don't know who to trust, but I need to find out who I can trust, and I just need to find out now.
How? Okay, I got a quick question. How does Shield not know that, or how is Shield not infiltrated the Skrull base in the radioactive, or in the whatever the place that they're at, the place where they the radioactive area that they can't be sensed at, but they know that they're there, right? Like,
Yeah, that was my question too, because I was talking to my wife about it. My wife is all thing like medical science thing. She's a freaking, I don't know, book smart genius. Anyways, I was like, if that's a big old radioactive area, the radioactive rays would get on their clothes, and then when they would actually go into town, that would project to other people, I would feel like. And so like, I don't know, that was one of the like, and she's like, yeah, that wouldn't work out. And I was like, yeah, I'm a friggin' genius.
she's got no friggin' clue, man. She's got no friggin' clue. I was confused by Shield chasing people on foot. Don't they have levitating giant aircraft carriers? They can't get them like a little jetpack. Yeah, I don't know. I think they want to be as like inconspicuous as possible. I think that's the word, right? Inconspicuous, not clearly visible or attracting attention. Yeah, okay, perfect. Inconspicuous as possible, right? Like they out there with Glocks, like your neighborhood cop. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I also like. I think it personally makes sense because it's the type of villain that they're going around chasing. Basically, is these people want to fly under the radar, basically, and they want to not be noticed. So if they come out and bring jetpacks, or they have Iron Man, or they have Captain America, or whoever, Thor, or any of those other people, that's going to raise people's awarenesses, and then all of their covers are going to be blown, and then now they're really off that trail. So I could see how that makes sense. But what I'm confused about is in the show, they explain that they know where these people are, basically, right? They know, they have an idea, right? You could, in theory, use one of the aircraft carriers to go invisible, because it goes invisible, to be able to navigate over those areas without any complication. You could absolutely do that and then figure out where they are and then plan an attack based off of that. Now, I don't know.
Thing is, though, Shield's no longer existent, right?
I'm pretty sure Shield is up.
I think, wasn't it disband or whatever when with
I'm looking. Let's see. Because I know they have Saber. They mentioned Saber, obviously.
And I guess,
if they have Shield, if they have
but that's the
Saber,
other
they
thing.
got Shield,
you
man.
could, but the other thing is that you could say that they're aliens and they already have the technology to kind of see through that. They know if they're flying above them or not. You could say that they have some type of technology. I mean, but
you could say a lot of different things. But
you could say a lot, right?
I think the reason why they didn't go that route is because of the people that they're trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, be under the radar. Shield was devolved in Captain America. Okay, is how it was.
Yeah.
But they do have Saber, which I think they coincide some way, somehow. I don't know. But obviously Nick Fury is still operating under Shield because he still has his agents, he still has people, but it's not a organization. I don't know.
Let's talk about Nick Fury real quick, because I think that's a huge point, because it made me think, man, I didn't really think about it, about in the perspective of Nick Fury of when Thanos had the blip, and and Nick Fury basically losing. I mean, in theory of what they were talking about in the series or in the episode about how Nick Fury was feeling, because he is more likely feeling like he was trying to prepare for the greatest threat that could ever come, and then it basically came, and then he wasn't prepared. He couldn't stop it, and like that is basically his entire life, his whole character, his whole world is revolving about being one step ahead of everyone.
3 steps.
Having 3 steps in front. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I said it in the show.
And,
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
But being 3 steps ahead of everyone, and then Thanos came and he realized that he's never been 3 steps ahead of everyone, and his whole basically life crumbles upon himself. So, I mean, what did you think about that whole with Nick Fury and him being this whole oh my gosh.
First off, okay. So first off is I didn't think that this Nick Fury was the Nick Fury that we saw get blipped, personally. When Infinity War happened and we got the post-credit scene of him and the agent getting blipped, I personally didn't think that was him. Okay? So when he comes off of the ship in episode 1, I'm thinking we're getting a whole new Nick Fury. The other person wasn't Nick Fury. It was a Skrull. So that was my first reaction to it. So I thought in my head, okay, what do I trust about the things that happened before, the stories that were, you know, the plot points that happened because of Nick Fury, basically, right? Like, because if he put together this team, this is why this happened, really, if you put it together, right? If that wouldn't have happened, maybe it didn't, maybe, Thanos wouldn't have came, right? Or did he know what was going to happen? And then he was 3 steps ahead. He knew that he wasn't going to get blipped. That's why he was in space. And the story happened the way he thought it would happen. The way people time traveled, the way that Doctor Strange came back. I could see Nick Fury being basically in control and knowing what's going to happen potentially before it could have happened, personally. Just based off of the fact that I don't think that was him at the end of Endgame or Infinity War when he got blipped. I could see Nick Fury from all of the other movies being a Skrull. Yep. They still needed to defeat those people to live on Earth, you feel? Yeah, with this being the actual Nick Fury. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, everything beforehand happened for a reason. He was 3 steps ahead. That's why he was preparing for the galactic level threat that is of the next phase, if that makes sense, right? That was my good point, Kimosabe. Yeah, exactly. That was my thought on it. Maybe I'm stretching, but it makes sense following the story. Is he's been up in space. Why has he been up in space?
So you think
he knows things are going to happen?
You think he's been up in space since the Avengers? Or, I mean, Captain Marvel?
I would argue that they confirmed Far From Home Fury was Talos. Oh, that's right. Exactly. They confirmed it. They confirmed it in Far From Home. Exactly. I knew that for a reason. John Watts did. Yep.
Sorry.
So
you could argue. So how far back do you think this Nick Fury?
Dude, man, I don't think it's as far as Captain Marvel. Maybe.
It has to start from the Captain Marvel.
I mean, it could. Him being in space, I think it started maybe the Avengers time, right after the first Avengers. He sees the basic world level or the Earth level threat that happens from the what are they called? The Nazgari, I think is what they're called.
Mhm.
Thanos's people. They come
Yep.
in, Avengers 1. He realizes that there's a problem, and from that point forward, he has been off-world ever since then. I think. Now, I have
So
no
you
real
think-
bearing, but I think
Yeah.
that makes the most sense because in Age of Ultron, that threat was created from Tony, from creating Vision, and then Vision making Ultron, basically, right? Where I see Nick Fury really saying, "Oh crap, I've really got to prepare for XYZ," it's Avengers. If I've got to prepare for this off-world threat, I've got to go now. I don't know. That's what my thought is. And we're conspiracy.
probably.
We're creating,
that.
we're creating theories. None of this is
Yeah,
actually
no.
canon.
I agree. No, it's not true to the degree. But like, what I'd say is you could go back to Captain Marvel because this is the first time. I mean, Nick Fury has interaction with aliens and really confirms it that there are Skrulls. And then to understand it, I don't know, that you could maybe start from there and go to now. But then what's the whole point of Nick Fury? I don't know. It's so interesting because it's just like I don't, and this is what I love about it so much, and I hate about it because I don't know who to trust. I freaking hate it. I freaking hate it with all my freaking life, dude. It's just like, tell me who to trust, and I'll trust that person. But you've given me no one to trust in this whole episode. You've given me no one to trust in this whole season. And I don't know.
I love it.
Well, no, I love it. I'm
It's
not
so
saying
good.
I hate it. I mean, but
I love that
love it and
they're
I hate
making
it.
it hard. I love that they're making it hard because we've been a lot of what we've been given in the MCU has been like handed to us essentially, right? And we know like, hey, at some point this is gonna make sense, and now we're finally at a point where, okay, what the frick's going on? Yeah, it is a gritty vibe. But this show kind of gives us something that we haven't seen, which is like we've always loved Iron Man, Captain America, Spider-Man, all of these fantastic characters, and we've always known, okay, they're gonna win, right? It almost gives like an Infinity War vibe. Is that we come to a point where we lose, and now we're heartbroken back in Infinity War. Now we're in a similar state where we're just like, we're lost. We're lost, but it's not a bad loss. It's like a good loss. We're like a mystery loss versus like anything else we've ever given is more of just like Quantumania. Like we were handed everything, right? There was no mystery. There was no why did this happen, right? It all explained it. We get this first episode and we know nothing. Basically, we're lost. I'm lost. I don't know who to trust. I don't know what the next episode's going to entail. And I'll just jump to it. At the end, we get a death. We get a death. And a death that we needed to see in Quantumania, to be honest with you. We needed to see someone dying in that show, in that movie, right? But this show takes everything we've known about MCU. Yeah, rest in peace, Robin. Seriously. We get an MCU product. How I Met Your Mother, baby. We get a show that is like, we take everything that we know about the MCU, and now we're going to confuse everybody by not giving them characters that we trust, confusing them as, is what we watched supposed to happen? Are these characters that we love and adore real? Like, are they Skrulls? Who do we trust? And on the first episode, we're going to kill Robin. Right?
I mean, that's
I'm glad that MODOK died too. But I personally think, and I don't know if Lewis, you watched our Quantumania episode. I think I gave it a really low score. We both did, but I thought that I won't speak for Regan, is that Scott Lang or Janet should have died, or someone from the good side, and they shouldn't have killed or messed with old what's his nuts. What was his name? Oh my gosh, King the Conqueror.
Yeah.
But this show, they go out first one, they go out and kill one of the. I mean, she's a pretty notable character in the MCU at this point, right? She's in Agents of Shield. She's been across multiple different movies. She hasn't played a huge part, but I mean, she plays a huge role. She was in Avengers 1 and Age of Ultron. She was in Spider-Man Far From Home. I didn't even know that. She's in Endgame. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dude, she's been in almost every big time Captain Marvel, the Winter Soldier. Like, she's been in some significant roles. So seeing her die, it wasn't like an Iron Man death. It was like oh shoot, she's pretty significant and she died. I'm gonna live through it, but they tested the waters and killed somebody first episode, which is not something Marvel's done ever. I don't think.
Not to be like, she's in four more episodes.
How?
So I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing on IMDb, is that she's in 4 more episodes.
I see one episode.
I see 4.
Says one for me, but whatever.
1, episode 4, 5, and 6. That's what I'm seeing. Where are you looking at?
Maybe she comes in as a Skrull. Somebody uses her
she
image as a Skrull, and then they have to
that's
counter
the
in
thing.
movie.
You have no idea who to trust, because maybe she faked it. Because this is also Shield we're dealing with.
I hate this freaking show.
It's like they try. We have 2 people that are trying to be like, we're gonna freaking trick you, and they're tricking both of each other here now. One's just playing other people. One's just go, oh, I died. Never mind, I'm back. It's just like, what the frick is going on?
Pull the freaking Loki though.
Oh, dude, who knows what'll happen in this?
Oh.
My question, though, Matthew, is I want to ask you, who do you think? Like, do you think there's going to be any more cameos? Like, do you think there could be some more like superhero cameos in this? Like maybe bringing in Miss Marvel, maybe Ant-Man or Loki. I mean, what do you think?
If I'm gonna, I think the easiest choice. No. I think the easiest choice would be Bruce Banner. Just because he was working with Nick Fury in space, but I don't know how much sense that will make in this movie. My second option would be that they bring back Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. I feel like they could pull it off in this show. I feel like they could. And not necessarily, it could be a Skrull just being Robert Downey Jr.'s character, right? But I think that's something you could pull off, potentially. I don't know. I think it'd be very hard to pull in anybody from the maybe Captain America. I don't know.
Steve
I don't
Rogers.
know. I have no... Steve Rogers, potentially? Like, the problem with this show is that, really, it's not meant for any of the Avenger level characters, right? Like, if you wanted to bring in Scarlet Witch, you really couldn't, because she wouldn't really fit this type of role, or Doctor Strange, or Hulk, or heck, maybe Hawkeye? I don't know. I think that would be a toss-up. I think it's
Well,
open season that it's Secret Invasion, man. Like anybody's
True.
capable of being in it. But realistically, I don't think any of the big time characters.
You don't think like big time, like, Bruce
I think
Banner or
RDJ
anything?
could be an option. And I think the most easy answer, like I said, I think Bruce Banner potentially. I think that would be the easiest answer because he had worked with Nick Fury in space. We saw it in, you didn't watch She-Hulk, but the first episode was him flying in on the spaceship from space, talking about how he's off world with Nick Fury. So, I don't know.
That's interesting. I mean, there's so much, because there's so many movies and episodes that we can go back and look at and just try to analyze how that is interacting with this show, like She-Hulk or Captain Marvel or Spider-Man Far From Home, or Avengers. There's so many we can try to clip it and try to figure out and make sense of this first episode. I mean, it's the first episode, and we're just trying to understand more of what happened and what's going on and what's going to happen. And it's a little early, but
Actually, I just thought about one. I just thought about one that could be a potential person, and I think it could fit in. Okay. So let me make sure. Do we know that Baron Zemo is dead? Did he die? Did Baron Zemo die? Did Baron Zemo die?
I don't think so.
His ray guns shot and hit a rock, starting an avalanche that killed him. In Captain America felt bad, but no, that's not it.
I don't think we've got any confirmation. I'm trying to think.
He's alive.
I don't remember anything off the top of my head. For just going off my top of my head, I just remember him being captured.
Okay, I've got two. Okay, I've got Baron Zemo potentially could fit into this role. Could. I feel like he's in prison. I think he's in prison. I think so. I can't remember. There's just so much, but I feel like if anything, he would be one that would be a part of it potentially. Okay. The other one, which could be on Nick Fury's side potentially, is he plays the U.S. agent from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Bucky Barnes, or the U.S. agent. The reason is this would be the type of level that they would be successful in.
Yeah,
they would thrive in a show like this potentially. Now I don't know how valid that would be, but if I'm just thinking about because you asked the question, what other characters do you think we could bring in? I feel like those could potentially be like that. They would be really good fits for this potential show. Could be. I don't know.
I mean, and it is kind of based in Russia too. This whole premise is based in Russia, kind of in his kind of territory. So I could see that, and that would be kind of a.
Or we get a glimpse of Thunderbolts. Boom! Oh, that's a good one. Thunderbolts, because it's about to come out, I think, at the end of the year, which would be from Black Widow. We're in Russia. You could bring in what's his name? What's his name? Guy from Stranger Things.
Oh,
Guy from Stranger Things.
I know what you mean.
Oh my gosh, he plays. Oh my gosh, I have his name on the tip of my head. David Harbour. He plays Jim Hopper in Stranger Things, but he also plays Red Baron.
I think that's it. I know it's a
Black
red
Widow.
thing.
David Harbour. Yeah. He plays Alexei Shoskotovsk. Man, dude, that would be sweet. or you could bring in Black Widow's sister. Oh man, there's so much you could do now. Now that I'm
But
thinking about it,
what would they do? So how?
they're from Russia.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm not. But
Gosh, you're
my
an idiot.
question is,
How do you not know where I'm going with this?
I'm trying to understand you, Matthew. Your mind is very complex. I didn't know if you knew that, but
I can't hear you. You cut out there. You said my
your
mind is what?
mind is very complex.
I do
it's
think
coming
about a
out
lot
in
of different things.
2024.
Early 2024, I think.
December 20th, 2024 is what it says the release date is.
I thought it was earlier than that. I think they might have pushed it back.
Apparently, Harrison Ford is in this.
Yeah. He's playing the Red Hulk.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
I mean, heck yeah. I'm a big fan of this cast. Tim Roth. Well, apparently it's saying from Google, Tim Roth is in this. My guy from the Incredible Hulk that played what's his the Abomination? Yeah, Abomination. Yeah. He could be playing he could be playing Abomination in this one because Disney did get full rights to now the Incredible Hulk. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, I think
a lot of things.
So many things that you can. I mean, there's so many things that our minds could warp into and think of what could be of this new TV series. We'll have to see this Wednesday what Secret Invasion will hold for us, as episode 2 will be coming out Wednesday. And hopefully, I mean, what are we, Matthew, do we have something planned for next week?
Yes. So I'm thinking we'll just do partial Secret Invasion on the podcast next week.
Yeah.
But we are going to see Harrison Ford's newest movie, Indiana Jones.
Right.
Yep. So next podcast will be Indiana Jones and Secret Invasion. So yeah,
we gotta see that probably here. What? Well, we'll see. We'll talk about.
Speaking of going to the movies, dude. Is it just me, or do you feel lost when you don't go to the movies during the week?
Yeah. You know, I feel like we didn't go to the movies this week. And I mean, now, before we go, 2 things. We got to go through your weekly hauls. And yeah, I freaking miss sneaking candy in the friggin'
Me and
movies,
Reagan don't sneak nothing in. We just buy everything straight up. And I just sit on my couch. Oh.
Thank you, COVID. Number 2 was I'm a little upset with Imagine right now. We worked freaking hard on this freaking video, our Father's Day video, man. And we sent it to them, no response. No like, hey guys, no like putting on their story or anything like that. It was just like, oh, cool. Didn't even respond, didn't even like it. It was, now don't get me wrong, I love Imagine, but like it's just like, come on. We put you in
they
our
liked
video.
And shared our stuff.
They
so
like
many
usually
times.
They usually, and then this one time was just nah. I'm not really feeling it this time.
Today's not the day. So Lewis, go on freaking Instagram right now and go to our Father's Day video. If you haven't seen it, watch it because you're gonna love it. And then you could send that to Imagine Minnesota or Imagine Theaters, their Instagram, and be like, just freaking tell them off. You guys need to freaking see this video. They have a whole promo. We put a whole promo in there for them. Like, it was so good. Now,
Mm.
Regan put on, we had a couple shoddy shots in there, pretty bad shots, because Regan decided to go cinema mode with his phone, and everything else was filmed in what is it?
Just normal.
Portrait
I decided to do
video.
it in cinematic. Yeah, cinematic. But
Yeah. Oh, can I do my hauls this week?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, sick. So I don't know if I showed you guys this
Oh boy, what
last week, but last week on, see, I'm not playing video games, loser. I got my freaking pod up, everything on the pod ready to go. My wife made this for me,
Oh,
and it was for my birthday and Father's Day because it happened on the same day. So basically, she got these little mini pop figures, and she made a little like picture thing.
as
I don't know what to
brave
call it.
as what is
I'll read
Captain
it to you.
America.
So Dada, because she created it as if it was my daughter, because I have a 1-year-old daughter. She
Mhm.
said, "Dada, you are as mighty as Thor," and then they have the Thor figure, as brave as Captain America, as strong as Hulk, not quite, but as smart as Iron Man, really not quite,
Mm.
and as funny as Spider-Man. So I really, really like that, and I love my wife. She's awesome. She does a lot of cool things. And then, not to top it or nothing, don't cry. My friend who just came into town last weekend went to this Disney store and got this portrait photo thing um, of the Avengers. And I have this as a background on my computer, which is the funny thing. But this is like, I mean, they spent $65 on this.
Dang.
Like, it's a thick, like, you can't bend it. I mean, you could if you really tried, but it's friggin' sweet. So
Mm.
I got those two things as a haul. I got a couple other things, but I think I showed them my hat last week, I think, or something. But yeah, big shout out. I don't really ask for much. I know. Oh shoot!
Yeah, don't even. I was gonna say something. I was gonna freaking say something if you. Oh, I cannot believe this. I got Matthew something. I spent. Don't even. I don't. Oh shoot!
I'm sorry. I knew I had another one. This is. I'm sorry. I forgot.
I was really hoping you wouldn't. I was really hoping you wouldn't, so I could just rub it in.
So Regan got me this freaking Taskmaster, freaking action figure statue, dude. Like, this is actually really sick. But the problem is, when Regan handed it to me, it was all ripped to freaking shreds. I had to wonder if his child tried to open it or something. Best $80 I ever spent. Yes, it is.
It was expensive.
So he did get me this. If you guys know, I am a giver.
It's true.
I do give a lot. I don't like to take. It's just kind of how. Shout out my dad, who's in the chat. I think he was the one who kind of instilled that into me. I don't really like taking. I'd rather give to my friends and family, and provide for them, and I can live with, the bare essentials for the most part. I have some action figures here and there, but I try to find things very, very, very cheap, so that way it doesn't really affect me. But I'd rather take my wife. I took her to Hawaii for her birthday this last year. The year before, I took her to Disney World for her birthday. I took her on a cruise for Christmas. I like to do things that she likes, that she wants, and I want to make it better for her. Christmas, I don't really get much, and my birthday, I don't really get much, and I'm totally okay with that. So, seeing Regan give me this, I really appreciate that. I didn't ask him. I even told him, "Why did you give me that?" I didn't ask for it. How's that War Machine mask? My dad bought me a War Machine mask. I'll grab it.
This is what you get when Matthew doesn't want to freaking. He doesn't want to freaking just like tell me about his life and doesn't want to tell. Oh gosh. Can you hear at all?
I can barely hear you. Yeah.
Okay, you're coming in.
So my dad got me this. He didn't have to. He just did. We were at a pawn shop, and I was looking at it. I put it back, and then come Christmas time, he was like, "Okay, here you go," and that's what happened.
That fits you perfectly. Let me say,
It does.
It's
It
like a
fits me
perfect fit.
swimmingly.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I won the bike roll.
You seem like a legend. Thanks, Lewis. I am a legend. Man, I just showed off all my freaking gifts. Like
Yeah,
I've
you
gotten
got it.
that all for Christmas and my birthday.
Freaking love masks.
It sounds like I do have quite a few masks. I've got one mask.
You got a couple.
I got a freaking helmet.
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
got.
Well, I guess helmets / masks.
Yeah. But no, I appreciate it. I really love my wife and my parents and love you, man. Thanks for giving me this statue. I still don't know where I'm going to put it, to be honest with you.
I just thought you'd like it. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'll just sell it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. How much did you get it for?
50.
50.
Yeah,
I'll try to sell
55.
it for like 100 or something.
Yeah, make some profit.
Make
Give me the
some double up.
$50 back.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Well, guys, that is going to do it for the Goof and Goober Show episode 24. If you guys made it, it's been a long one. It's been a doozy one. But we appreciate you guys coming in and listening. We are on every Monday at 8. Come in and join us if you're there. Next week, we will be having a banger. Matt's got control, and he is going to freaking take control. But if you haven't already, make sure you follow our socials on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and now coming at you guys, we have the TikTokies. I'm not sure our social media manager is handling that, so I'm not sure what is being posted. I'm not a TikToker. But guys,
We're ironing it out. Let's just say that.
Yeah, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to all of our socials, and we appreciate you guys coming out. You guys have just a fantastic week. We'll be thinking about you guys. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Monday.
Peace. Thanks for listening to the Double G Show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Goof and Goober Show. And why don't you check out our Instagram page at The Goof and Goober Show for even more content and drop a follow. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.